All right, guys, it is September 14th at this point. Hopefully this goes out on September 15th, sometime in the afternoon.
Let's
Um,
hope.
and welcome back to the Casuals presented by MF Media. I'm
You're
your host, Michael Foltz, with my co-host.
Carson Mueller.
There you
Let's
go.
get into it.
All right,
I'm
let's start.
excited.
Let's start with some big news. The MLB.
Wait,
Go
I
ahead.
got one thing.
Go ahead.
How's the shirt?
It's a good shirt.
But it's good for the podcast.
It's good for
Might have to wear it every podcast.
God, it's good for the podcast. I
And
don't know if it's a good shirt in general. It's good for the podcast.
I put the shirt on and I went and made some chips and salsa. And I realized there was some cilantro in the fridge. So I took a bunch of cilantro, pinched it up, throw it in there. I'm never eating salsa home like canned or jarred salsa again without putting cilantro.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
that was the play.
He's an innovator, folks. He's an innovator.
Am I the only one? I can't be the only one.
I hope not.
All right, let's go.
Okay, let's jump right into it with some big news across everything except the NFL, and we're gonna take a deep dive into Week 1 of the NFL. Okay, the MLB, the Yankees and Mets went at it on Monday, either Sunday or Monday. They went at it. Lindor had 3 bombs.
I think it was Monday.
Yeah, I think it was 7-6, maybe was the final score, somewhere around there.
Mm-hmm.
All I know is Stanton hit a bomb to tie it 6-6, walked around the bases. Lindor decided to talk some shit, and Stanton might have had the greatest pimp job post bat flip that I've ever seen. Like he stopped dead in his tracks.
I didn't see it.
He stopped dead in his tracks, started talking shit to Lindor. And then Lindor and Baez are going at the Yankees dugout because you got guys hopping the fence in the dugout, like ready to go to war right there. And then Stanton touches home plate, and as he touches home plate, he doesn't like touch it and walk towards the dugout. He touches it facing the infield, facing Baez and Lindor, and it was just dude. It was the definition of what the Subway Series is supposed to be. And I wish we could see more of that in different perspective. Like I wish we could see that in the NFL. You know what I mean? Like I wish we had two LA teams that truly hated each other. I wish we had 2 New York teams that were really competitive and good. Like
they're not.
They're not. And like there's just no huge rivalry there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like the Mets and Yankees play right in different boroughs, man. The Giants and Jets play at the Meadowlands in fucking New Jersey. So like
there's really no hostility at all. Yeah.
No. Subway Series, big rivalry games. That's what I live for. And I think this was the perfect culmination of all that.
Yeah.
Max Scherzer.
That's a good point. I wish there was something like that.
Yeah, I wish there was something along those lines.
I'm a big Scherzer fan.
How does it feel? How has it felt over the years watching him become one of the top 10 pitchers of all time after he gets traded from Detroit or leaves Detroit?
No, he got traded to the Nats, but he was always good. Like he was always like he was not even our ace. We had David Price and Verlander at the time, but he was getting good. Like
how did you guys not win a World Series with those 3?
Oh, and we had Anibal Sanchez.
Anibal Sanchez was gross.
And we had Porcello. That was our starting 5. It's just Detroit, man. If you go to Detroit in any sport,
it's Detroit.
Good luck. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Pistons were good.
Hockey.
Before we were born.
Mm-hmm.
They were okay back then. Yeah. MLB also had its Hall of Fame. The highlights. Interestingly enough, the Hall of Fame presentation we saw last week was actually 2020's class. So it was
Oh,
Derek
because they
Jeter.
didn't get to do it. Okay.
So
Yeah.
the two big names are Derek Jeter and Larry Walker. Larry Walker was a little bit before our time, but he
Yeah.
was amazing. I mean, obviously a Hall of Famer, stud of an athlete and a player. So I mean, and then Jeter, the captain, the guy that we all grew
Next.
up. I mean, you were a shortstop growing up.
Yeah.
How
Loved
many
watching
times how
Jeter.
many times are you doing a jump throw and yelling Jeter? It's
I was just about to
synonymous.
say it's the same thing with Kobe.
Yeah, it's
If
synonymous to
you're
Kobe. It's
shooting,
synonymous to
yeah,
Kobe. If you're shooting,
all the
you're
time.
you're saying Kobe. If you're jump throwing, you're saying Jeter every damn
Right.
time. But there
Yep.
was actually nobody was inducted in 2021.
How is that? How is that even a thing?
MLB writers suck.
Wow.
It's all their votes, and you have to get 75% of the vote. Like there are so many names on that ballot, and I didn't go and research this and look, but like off the top of my head, Billy Wagner. I got the opportunity to play a tournament with Billy Wagner as the pitching coach for the team that I played with at the time. One of my former teammates, now a pro ball player, Ethan Murray, played with Billy Wagner as head coach in high school. Like, and he's number
Yeah.
4 on the all-time saves list.
Is
You just
he
can't. Yeah, I mean,
not a Hall of Famer?
it doesn't make sense to me that he's not a Hall of Famer, and it's horrible. So,
What are you gonna do, man? What are you gonna do?
it's all about the writers. I mean, Jeter should have been unanimous, and he
Unanimous,
and he
thousand
made a
percent.
comment. Which is it was a great quote. Thanks to all the baseball writers, except the one who didn't vote for me. Like, it's just so
Facts.
stupid that they get to control everything when it comes to this. It should be
Yeah,
something like the NFL or the NBA, where it's a commission who decide who the right guys are for it. I mean, Barry Bonds
I
should be a
agree.
Hall of Famer. McGuire, Sosa, like these guys should all be Hall of Famers, but they were in the Roids era, and everything they did is discredited.
Yeah,
Like you still got
that's
to be able to hit
unreal,
it. You can be as
honestly.
strong as you want. You still got to be able to hit a baseball.
Yeah,
Like Aaron Donald benches 500 pounds. You think he's smacking one out of the park against 95?
no shot.
No, because he doesn't know how to swing a bat.
No shot.
Like, it's there's still skill, even if you're just way too strong. So that moves us in the NBA, who also had their Hall of Fame. That was really the only big news.
Mhm.
Paul Pierce, Chris Bosh, Ben Wallace, Chris Webber.
Wallace,
I mean,
all
the four
studs.
the 4 of them are all studs. There's no complaints from me, and nobody I think got left off this year.
Chris Webber's an actual animal, dude.
Dude, I mean Ben Wallace. When was the last time
Ben
you heard the
Wallace
name
is
Ben
an
Wallace? I can't.
absolute
How did it
animal.
take this long for Ben Wallace to get in?
No clue.
I feel like he was way earlier than Pierce and Bosh.
And do you think Bosch kind of got like a pity vote with this whole injury, or do you still think he's a Hall of Famer?
A little bit of both. A little bit of
Because like
both.
he
I
he
think,
was he was good on the Raptors before the Heat and all
yeah,
that. Like he
yeah,
was
and he was
still
really good in
filth.
Miami, but obviously his career got cut short. So
Yeah.
there's a certain thing with the NBA. I think with the Hall of Fame is like some guys are just going to get in because
Yeah.
they deserve it as based on the career they had, not numbers wise, but just the player they were.
Yeah.
You know,
Which I like that a lot better than if it was just to be off, stats.
yeah, it just shouldn't be off
1000%.
stats. I mean,
No.
we can go back to Jeter. Jeter is statistically one of the worst fielding shortstops of all time, and
Right.
wasn't really anything special as a hitter career wise. I mean, he had those
No, thousand
six,
percent.
those 6, 7 years were disgusting, and he won five World Series with the Yankees and stuff. So, but he was the captain, Like nobody
Mhm.
else compares to him.
Yeah.
Like he was just such a leader and such a great ball player, and you can't deny that he should have gone in.
It's the same thing with Kobe. Yeah, he's in league history, he's missed the most shots.
Yeah, I mean,
That
but at the end of the day,
at the
are
end of
you
the
gonna are
day,
you, are you gonna turn around and try to be the guy who makes an argument that Kobe Bryant shouldn't be a Hall of Famer?
because he's missed the most
No,
shots? No.
no, because
That's just
it's
stupid.
Kobe Bryant. It's Jordan and
Exactly.
LeBron. It's Jordan and LeBron wherever you want them, 1 or 2, and then it's Kobe. Period. End of story.
Yeah.
I won't hear any other discussion on it.
A lot of people are Kobe above LeBron. A lot of people.
I could get
Which
behind it.
I'm not gonna sit here and argue it either.
No. Yeah. All right. NCAA football. NCAA football had their week 2.
Big L.
OSOHLL. Yeah. Ohio State lost to Oregon, which just makes me so happy as a Penn State
Sure it
fan.
does.
As a Penn State football fan, I mean, we're 2-0. You know, we walked into Madison, Wisconsin 2 weeks ago and beat them. We walked into Ball State came to us and we beat the brakes off them like normal. I mean, what's expected? But seeing Ohio State lose and it's fun. Clemson lost week 1. I think the field's wide open for who's going to sneak into those 4 spots now. I think there's a lot of opening.
Just like seeing my buddy. My buddy's a huge Ohio State fan. Austin.
Yeah.
I liked seeing him rage. That was pretty fun.
I wish I could have seen Tom, AJ's buddy.
Oh, he's
I
a
wish I
big
could've-
Buckeyes
dude.
fan.
I remember during the Clemson Ohio State game last year, he was the biggest douche on the planet. So I would just love to see him crumble on this loss.
Grumble.
Speaking of
You're
Tom,
so nice.
speaking of Tom, we'll get to that. But we didn't beat Tom. We beat Sean. Never mind. And the casuals. Texas. Right there for you. Horns down, baby. They walked into their first SEC matchup since signing a contract to come to the SEC in 2023, and they got it handed to them by
Oh,
Arkansas.
that's right. Oh, that's right.
Including former Carolina Forest alumni. Not technically alumni. I think he moved before he graduated. One of the Yurichek brothers.
No way.
Yeah, I think it's Ryan is down there in Arkansas.
How many are there? 2, 3?
I think there's a third one that's younger than us, but the other 2 are older than us.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, and then his dad's at Houston, like Houston University or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe I think so.
Some good genetics over there.
So speaking of local guys, Jalen, I want to say, and if the Moody brothers happen to come in here and listen or see this, you can correct me. My bad. It was Jalen, I believe, is the one at Clemson. Had a nice little pick for Alabama. Nice little
is he brothers with Darnell?
What?
Darnell Mooney?
No. Jalen Moody and Jawan Moody.
Oh.
Conway High School boys.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I thought you said Mooney. I was like
Jalen. I'm pretty sure it's Jalen. Jalen Moody plays for Alabama. He's a safety for him.
Okay.
And he had a pick this weekend. Big stuff.
Is he a freshman?
Grade above us. So no, he's a junior. He's a junior, I think.
Okay.
I think, yeah. ECU and South Carolina went at it, which is always fun to see.
That was fun to see.
It's
fun to see a W.
It is. 3 8-4-3 legends. I think one of them saw the field. Luke Doty and Mason Garcia.
The other one.
Luke Doty's been hurt, and we're hoping for a speedy recovery and get him on the field soon. It's exciting. He's exciting to watch. Mason Garcia should be starting for ECU, and I
don't know why he's
keep pushing for that. And then
unbelievable.
Tonka Hemingway. I mean, the Tonka truck himself.
Tonka, gigantic,
is just tearing it up on the D line for South Carolina. It's awesome. It's awesome.
So cool.
So that moves to the question though. With talking about Jalen and Alabama, is Alabama locked in for the championship this year? Like, can you just go ahead and hand it to him and call the college football season off? Who has a chance? who has a chance? Who has a chance? Let me hear it.
Well, I don't, because my takes on college football have always been wrong, no matter what. My takes are just terrible.
I'll make sure freezing.
Let me hear your take. Let me hear your take.
My take is that Alabama is going to win.
But okay, who's going to be the 4?
Who's going to be the 4? Dude, I'm not paying attention enough. I'll be honest. I mean, Oregon looks really good right now.
I'm not either.
Oregon just beat Ohio State. They were the 5 at one point. I think Penn State can play good football this year. And that's going to be biased as hell, and I don't care about it.
So is Clemson already out of it?
I think Clemson will get into it. I think Clemson will get into the 4.
Yeah.
They're going to walk all over the rest of the ACC. You have to put an ACC team in there. between Notre Dame and Clemson, and I think Clemson's going to be better than Notre Dame. So I think it's going to be Clemson who gets in maybe a 3, maybe a 4. I think Penn State has potential to win the Big Ten based on the way Ohio State's been playing. Their defense is rough, and then C.J. Stroud looks okay, but not Justin Fields by any means. So there's a lot of changes going on up there.
Mhm.
I think
I couldn't tell you.
I think the SEC could definitely field a second team with Georgia. Obviously Oregon, like I said, I think there's Cincinnati, Coastal. I'd love to see Coastal, man.
Coastal, Cincinnati's always a good football team,
Yeah,
man.
I think Coastals might be moving into the top 15. They might have moved into the top 15. They were getting there. I think they were like 17 last time I looked.
I think they were like 17, 18.
Yeah, but then they won. They beat Kansas. So we'll find out what happens.
Beat Kansas.
Yeah. It's a close game though.
Kansas,
No, yeah. Duke gets to play Kansas this week, and I'm so excited because we're gonna get a Power 5 win this week. It's gonna be awesome. I'm calling it now. We're coming for next.
You know who's coming for next?
Who?
Tom Brady.
Yeah. Let's get into it. Week 1 of the NFL season is underway.
He's still really good at football.
And I'm so happy about this game. Tom Brady and Dak Prescott. Can we just have the Bucs and Cowboys play every week?
I swear to God.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Like let's rotate. Let's get Bucs, Cowboys, and then go like
Raiders, Ravens, dude. That game was phenomenal.
We'll get to that. I mean, we're working in semi-order here, so that was amazing though.
Yeah.
Bucs, Cowboys. Zeke Productions. Zeke's production was scary. Seeing what Zeke did.
Can't overreact.
Was scary. Can't overreact. Dude, we'll get to the fantasy aspect of everything.
D-line in the league.
We're pointing out the things we saw in the game.
Yeah.
But Tony Pollard did get a good amount of touches.
Well, yeah, he's a change of pace back. He's really good out of the backfield catching passes.
He is good.
So it's still going to be a 70-30 Zeke going forward.
Yeah.
If not,
overall, though, Amari, that offense is scary.
Oh, with a healthy Dak, that offense is always scary.
With everybody healthy, it's terrifying. I mean, Dak has the potential. Dak has the potential to go for an MVP this year.
He's on pace again through one game.
Yeah, I mean, Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb looked so good.
Yeah,
I think Zeke that was the toughest run team in the game. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see what really happens.
There was no game script for running the football in that game.
Tom Brady's also in the conversation. He always is. That was a great game out of Tom Brady.
Gronk looks like Gronk. Looks like
Gronk looks
2011
good.
Gronk.
Yeah, Gronk looks good. Antonio Brown, amazing.
Antonio Brown, that's my guy, dude. That's my guy.
Chris Godwin, amazing.
Yeah.
Mike Evans a little lackluster, but it's gonna happen.
They can't all have great games.
They can't. You can't target everybody 8 times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somebody's got to get the stick. So
if anyone could do it, it's Brady. But
yeah.
All right. Just saying.
Moving into the Sunday ticket, Eagles Falcons was actually
really, really, really bad. Falcons don't look like a very good football team.
No, man.
I don't think anyone thought they would, but they look bad.
I think Matt Ryan should have retired before Drew Brees. Like I feel bad that right now he's surrounded by one of the worst teams he's ever played with. But at the same time, he didn't look good. He doesn't look good.
Well, think of it like this. Matt Ryan got drafted in 2008. Stafford was drafted in 2009. And Stafford's like low-key just getting started. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, yeah. And like I said,
we'll get to that later too.
We're getting to these big takes. These are good.
Falcons don't look good.
Jalen Hurts, 264 yards, 3 touchdowns, 62 yards on the ground.
Hurts is my guy. He's going to be good, man.
I love it.
He's going to be good. The rookie, Devonta Smith, however you want to pronounce it.
71 yards.
He's going to be a stud.
And a tutty.
Man. He's going to be a stud.
71 yards and took one to the casa.
Yeah, that was something slight, man.
That was nice. That was
He'll
nice.
have 1,000.
Atlanta's bad.
Atlanta's bad.
Simple as that. So we'll see. The Eagles have to prove themselves next game, and I don't know who they play, but they have to prove themselves next game.
And Younghoe Koo is still the best player on the Atlanta Falcons roster.
I mean, just the point. He's going to be the all-time points leader.
All right, what we got?
Steelers, Bills.
Pittsburgh. Wow, snuck out with a win, dude. I was not expecting that.
Josh Allen walked into Pittsburgh and does what Josh Allen does against Pittsburgh. Struggled. 270
Put the ball on the floor, man.
270 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 fumbles. Like this was a guy that a lot of people, not just us, were talking about being one of the best quarterbacks in the league and looking at an MVP caliber season. Yes. And he walks into Pittsburgh and just gets manhandled.
It's just another one of those things. Like Pittsburgh has a top 3 defense. They have had one for the past like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. I mean, TJ Watt's the highest paid defensive player in the league for a reason.
Yeah, and he's
gonna create pressure, and it's awesome.
He did his thing.
But I also said there was nothing impressive about either offense. Neither of them.
No shot.
Mean, Big Ben was 188 and 1 tutty.
I mean, I feel like that's gonna be legitimately like a decent game for him.
Yeah.
I don't see him doing much more, man.
No, I don't see much more coming out of Ben. Devin Singletary, right? When I write
Devin Singletary. Correct.
Needs more touches. Needs more touches. 11 touches, 11 carries, 72 yards.
That's good production, man.
That's
against the Steelers.
Against the Steelers
front.
A front seven that competes for top of the league every year. Like, that is great production. And I think that they really need to work a better offensive plan that creates, that balance of Allen going to Diggs and then turn around and handing the ball off to Singletary on a play action play. I mean, not a play action, on a draw, and then turn around and play action on the next one, and you got Diggs wide open down the field. It's like,
is Singletary even rostered in fantasy? Like in, say, a standard 12-team league? Is he even rostered?
I want to say in the standard 12 team, he's going to be rostered pretty often.
Yes.
In the standard 10 team, no. Barely rostered. He was available for waiver pickups last time I checked.
Interesting. Yeah.
In my 10 team league. But and my biggest thing for that is because we're saying he needs more touches, I don't want to touch him yet before he gets more touches.
Oh yeah, 1,000%.
Because you're just not going to average 6.5 yards every game per carry.
No shot.
That's not going to happen. Now, while the offenses were pretty lackluster between the Steelers and Bills, defenses were impressive. Buffalo had 2 sacks and a forced fumble. The Steelers had 3 sacks, 4 forced fumbles, and a blocked punt for, I believe, a TD. Yeah. For, I believe, a TD.
It was returned for a touchdown, yeah. It was the cleanest punt block I've seen in a while. Like, they did not touch the punter. They did not touch the punter at all. He just basically caught it out of his foot. And there was 3 guys there too. Like, it wasn't just one guy. Like, they just mauled that special teams front.
That's awesome. It's exciting.
Yeah. Steelers have a good defense / special teams, man.
Yeah. Vikings, Bengals. An impressive game from both sides.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and
can't believe they pulled it out.
No, yeah. I mean, it was a great game by the Bengals. And I think that, and I originally had written down, for the research and stuff, was that Kirk looked impressive. In reality, not really.
No.
When I went back and I was looking, I saw some other people give some takes, and I was looking around, and I'm like, he really didn't do, he threw for 350 with 2 touchdowns. When you throw for 350 yards, you're supposed to throw 3 to 4 touchdowns, or at least have Dalvin Cook have more touchdowns. He had 1.
He didn't. Yeah.
I mean, there's got to be more production there, and I think that
Kirk did what he does. I mean, he's not gonna come out here and throw 500 for 4 touchdowns.
I think it was Big Cat on Pardon My Take on Monday's episode. Was he said that your quarterback's supposed to elevate the rest of your team, and Kirk Cousins just does not elevate the rest of the team. He gets
just
elevated.
doesn't, man.
He gets elevated by the rest of his team, which
I
you can
agree with that
see by the
statement.
fact that Thielen was nine catches, 92 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jefferson was 5 catches for 71, and then Osborne was 7 for 76. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
this is
Thielen did
great.
his thing.
This is great for fantasy owners because Thielen, Jefferson, and this Osborne guy looked great. I mean, good yards per reception, along with the fact that there was so much target share going on. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
Thielen gets 9 catches. I think he had 10 targets, I would assume. Jefferson, I think, had 8 targets. Osborne, I think he caught all 7 of his targets. Like, that's a ton of spread the wealth, and I love it. Share the love. It's awesome.
Yeah, but they're 0-1, just like the rest of the NFC North.
Because Joe Burrow looked
which is
good.
crazy because Joe Burrow was
looked
solid,
good.
man.
261, 2 touchdowns.
Dude, I saw this crazy edit of like it showed like
dude,
that
him and
him to
Jamar
Chase. Yeah.
Same exact thing as the Clemson game. Oh my god, that was so beautiful.
That was
It was
so
LSU,
good.
I think, actually made the edit. LSU football, which was awesome.
Oh, LSU football made the edit. Nice.
Yeah, I think so.
Kudos.
I'm pissed off. Carson asked me
Tried
why
to
I'm
tell you,
pissed.
man. I tried to tell you, Joe Mixon.
I let Joe Mixon just slide right through my fingers several times.
And I snagged him in the 7th.
And a healthy Joe Mixon is a threat to society.
He is
29
for
carries for 127 yards and 1 touchdown. Joe Mixon, welcome back to the NFL.
Well, knock on wood, dude. He could get hurt again, which of course nobody wishes that upon him. But
no,
dude, if he stays healthy, he's a top 5 back this year.
He'll give you these 2 to 3 weeks, and then go down with a quad again, which I really hope doesn't happen because I want to see Joe Mixon succeed, even if he's not on my team.
I do too, man.
It's just fun. It's just fun to watch guys like that where, they've been struggling, and then turn around and have a great year coming back. As somebody who's trying to do that.
You are trying to do that. Which you're on good pace, aren't you?
Getting there, baby. Back on the mound.
Nice.
Dalvin Cook, quiet. 20 carries, only 61 yards. Happened to get a touchdown on a goal line TD.
Against the Bengals, man.
Against the Bengals. I didn't like it. I'm a little scared.
He, as a fantasy owner, though, like I said, I look at his touches and
20 touches. If you're averaging 20 touches a game, I'm going to keep playing you.
That's 20 rushes. He probably had a few catches.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you're still going to get started without a doubt, no matter the matchup.
Yeah. 49ers Lions. Let me do
I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it.
Let me do what I'm going to do when the Bears game comes up and we talk about that. Let me give you the stats real quick. Let me give the fans the stats. Let them know what happened.
All right.
Then you dive into it from a fan's perspective because everybody wants to hear it.
Okay.
Jimmy G, really good. 314 and a touchdown.
Okay.
Had a touchdown taken away from him. Honestly, like I love seeing Trey Lance get in there and throw a 5-yard tutty. But in reality, that should be Jimmy G's touchdown. So in reality, I think it should be 314 and 2. But I like to see Trey Lance
so shitty, bro.
I like it.
I mean, it was a terrible throw. It was a duck up in the air. All right.
This is fun, man. Because it's only gonna get worse when I have to talk about the Bears. Goff was good. Jared Goff was good. 338, 3 touchdowns, interception, but like those happen.
A really bad interception.
Really bad interception. A very welcome. I actually texted you immediately when he threw that interception. I said, "Welcome to the Jared Goff era," because I thought it was just going to go south from there, but it didn't. He did really well. He wasn't the worst quarterback.
He kind of channeled his inner Stafford with his comeback ability.
He was not the worst quarterback in the league, and he was not the worst quarterback in the NFC North. We'll get to that. Elijah Mitchell was gross. Raheem Mostert goes down early.
Yeah.
Elijah Mitchell steps up, 19 carries, 104 yards, 1 touchdown. Amazing. On top of the fact that Deebo Samuel had 9 catches for 189 yards and a touchdown. And I'm very pissed at you for drafting Ayuk, but we're gonna move past that. We'll get through our differences.
I mean, I think Samuel had 50% target share.
Ayuk did not get looked at once.
No, and I don't think he's going to.
No, I think
Based on what I've heard from beat reporters,
I think he is
I don't
the
think he's going to play
definition.
much.
I think he's going to be the definition of a bust, of a sophomore slump.
Yeah.
So
That's
on
tough.
another fantasy note, DeAndre Swift is gross at fantasy.
Yeah.
Are these amazing?
Yeah.
Are these amazing numbers for a player? 11 carries, 39 yards on the ground. He's averaging around 3.5 yards, which is good, but he's just not getting the touch. 8 catches for 65 yards and a touchdown, though, including one that was broken out.
And him and Jamal Williams basically like were 50. Well, not really. It was like 60-40 Swift, I think. But like Jamal Williams got a lot of playing time.
They're gonna be a good little combo too. I like it.
Yeah, I'm excited for it for sure.
Hawkinson was Hawkinson.
Dude, he's
8 catches, 97 yards, and a touchdown. Love to see it. I'm excited for him. Glad we got him on our team. Let's go ahead and get the fantasy perspective. Tell me how you're feeling as a Lions fan. You are 0-1, but you're moving into week 2. I do not know who you play. Hit me with it.
Well, I'm gonna start with Hawkinson. He's top 3 tight end now, and he's going to be a top 3 tight end at the end of the year. I mean, he's Jared Goff's pretty much only stud. I mean, I'll ask you, name 2 receivers on the Lions.
Emmanuel Sanders?
No, not even close. Yeah, enough said. So Hawkinson's the guy. He's the guy. We don't have any receivers. With Tyrell Williams supposed to be the guy. No shot. I think he had like 1 catch.
Yikes.
But yeah, Swift is a really good PPR back. Play him week in and week out unless you have better options.
Yeah.
Jamal Williams is a must add off the waivers if he's not already picking up.
Not a bad pick.
Like
if you know
he needs to be on your bench.
An RB3 maybe, a flex, not bad.
A flex option, dude. He will get you some fancy production. I think he had like 14 fancy points in a half-point PPR.
That'll do it.
So, I mean, that'll do it.
That'll do it.
All right, dude. Enough of these shitty Lions, man.
One of my favorite games of the week. We're moving on. Cardinals Titans was electric for the Cardinals.
It wasn't what I was expecting, man.
It was not what I was expecting. I was expecting a high-scoring game, but I wasn't expecting it to be one-sided.
No.
Arizona is a contender for the Super Bowl. Period. Point blank. That offense is so good. That offense is so good. Kyler Murray, 289 through the air, 4 touchdowns.
Tutties. Yeah.
1 pick. Again, those happen. 5 rushes for 20 yards and a touchdown on the ground. He's elite.
Yeah.
He's an MVP candidate.
He's a fantasy monster. MVP candidate.
Right back in for MVP candidate.
Yeah.
The one thing I didn't like about Arizona's offense was the fact they're going running back by committee with Edmonds and James Conner. I think from an NFL perspective, it's great. From a fantasy perspective, I hate it. I like when teams pick one.
You got to stay away from that backfield, I think, man.
I think you got to stay away from that backfield no matter what. Even if it is just one, because that team is not going to run the ball that much.
They're not going to run, yeah. That's true. Kyler can do it all, man.
Are D-Hop and Christian Kirk the best wide receiver duo in the league?
That's a hot take. It's not a hot take based off week 1 stats.
They're definitely the best receiver duo this week. But
yes,
are they? Can they hold it? Answer?
Yes. I think they can, man.
Yes. I think they can too.
You know what's crazy?
I think D-Hop is trying to prove himself so much that he's going to keep bringing attention. And when he brings attention, but still makes 5 to 6 catches a game for big yardage, he's also opening the door for Christian Kirk so much to be effective.
so much. And
I mean,
Christian Kirk's the guy that'll just streak down the field and just catch
D
those
Hop
long passes.
D Hop was six catches, 83 yards, 2 touchdowns. Christian Kirk was 5 catches, 70 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah,
Can't
that's
ask for
pretty
much better.
gross. That's gross.
Can't ask for much better. Chandler Jones is my pick for Defensive Player of the Year.
I think he's probably everyone else's pick based off the first game.
And I'll give you a hot one. I'll give you a hot one that might make it onto our first TikTok.
Okay.
Will he? Can he? Will he is a bad question and a bad guess to take. Can he
Okay.
break Ray Lewis's sack record? No, sorry, Michael Strahan's sack record. 22 and a half sacks.
Can he?
Reminder,
because there's an extra game
they're
this
playing a
year.
whole extra game. I think it's almost. I
Yes.
think if there was going to be a guy to do it right off the bat, it's Chandler Jones. He's 5 sacks already.
Yeah.
He's just shy. He's just shy of a fourth of the way there.
But I can see him slightly regressing. But I can see guys like Aaron Donald, TJ Watt, Bosa.
No shit, he's going to regress. He started the season with 5
obviously
sacks.
Bro, you know what I mean. Like, yeah, he has 5 sacks, but he's probably going to go 3 games.
6 more.
Going to have 3 games with 0.
Probably.
You know what I mean?
Probably. I would hate to see it because he is my depoy pick.
That's a very early depoy pick.
Hell yeah, it is. There's always the classics, you know. Watt, Bosa, Donald, Mac if he feels like waking up and remember that he's only like 30.
Cameron Jordan.
Chandler Jones has been
all right.
Tannehill sucked.
I didn't like it, man.
But he was pressured. He was pressured 56 times. That's rough. 212 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Derrick Henry, 17 carries for 58 yards. Hate to see it. 17 touches.
That was rough.
For Derrick Henry is not good. With no targets out of the backfield, or 2 targets out of the backfield, I believe.
He doesn't get any anyway. I mean,
yeah.
That's how he does. Yeah, Tannehill looks not good, man.
Julio Jones didn't do anything, but I think a big part of that is they just haven't found their rhythm yet between Tannehill and Julio.
I didn't think he would do much.
Julio was 3 catches for 29 yards, but he was targeted 6 times. And I watched all 3 of those other targets, and it was just miscues, you know, a little bit out of Julio's reach, a little bit out of Julio's reach, and a misread on where Julio was going.
Yeah, it's just timing. They'll get it.
AJ Brown.
I still think AJ Brown's gonna
is definitely still a guy who can be a wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2. A low end wide receiver 1 and a high end wide receiver 2 in a fantasy league because he got targeted 8 times. He had 4 catches for 49 yards, 50 yards.
It's gonna stay like that.
And he got targeted 8.
Watching them is so confusing, bro. Because AJ Brown's number 11, and if you think of Julio Jones, you just think he's going to be number 11, but he's not. So every time AJ Brown catches the ball, I'm like,
I was looking and waiting for Julio to catch him because I have Julio in one of my leagues, and then I see number 2 catch it. I'm like, damn. And all of a sudden it pop up, oh, Julio Jones on the catch. I'm like, what? Just caught me off guard. These number things are getting weird right off the bat. Seahawks, Colts. The Seahawks just look really good.
Again, I had the Colts winning that football game.
That's because you're really shitty at picking games.
Okay, let's do a season-long pick 'em. Let's do a season-long pick 'em, Mike.
No, because, I'm not good at them.
Mm-hmm.
So, Russ looked electric, you know.
Yeah, he's still the best deep ball thrower in the league by far.
Corcione reached out to me and said, "Hey, man, I'm kind of upset that you didn't mention Russ in episode 1 when you were talking about elite quarterbacks to draft early." And I said, I didn't have Russ there in the preseason. I didn't have him with the likes of Kyler or Dak or
I didn't either, just
Pat.
because I thought in the offseason him and the Seahawks, like there were trade discussions, like I don't know.
Showed up. Russ showed up.
Yeah.
254, 4 touchdowns. Tyler Lockett had 4 catches for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. Metcalf had 4 catches for 60 and a touchdown. Chris Carson had 16 carries for 91 yards, 3 catches out of the backfield, 26 yards. And
Mhm.
the Colts offense didn't look bad. I'm gonna be honest. Carson Wentz didn't look that bad. I will say. So Wentz went 251 yards, 2 touchdowns with a fumble, and one of those 2 touchdowns was a garbage TD in the
It was
fourth.
garbage time. Yeah. I
Um,
mean, that's kind of the game I expected out of him, being hurt, and
yeah,
I'm not a big fan of Carson Wentz either.
the
So
Colts are splitting touches between Tyrod Taylor. I mean, not Tyrod, Jonathan Taylor and
Jonathan Taylor, yeah,
Naeem Hines. Not totally splitting, but they're both getting really good numbers. Taylor had 17 carries for 56 yards, along with 6 catches for 60. Hines had 9 carries for 34 and 6 catches for 48. Like Hines is a viable backup if you need him on your bench.
for
He's not
sure.
terrible.
Full point PPR leagues, dude. Throw him in your
Yeah,
flex.
he's huge. My biggest takeaway from this game though was if the Colts can clean up that secondary and give me a little more production on offense, they're gonna be good. They have a chance to
Yeah,
win they have a chance to win the AFC South if they can clean some stuff up.
yeah, they can compete. I
Yeah.
like the Colts, man. They have a really good
I like
defense.
this game. It was good. It was a good game. Even though it seemed like a blowout, it was a good game.
Mm-hmm.
Good sound football game.
Seahawks
Chargers
are
are
still
watching.
pretty good though.
Yeah, I agree. Chargers
Oh,
Washington
and
football
yeah,
team.
wait, 2 seconds.
Go ahead.
You were just talking about, D Hop and Christian Kirk being the best duo in the league. Let's talk about Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf for a second. Can't forget about those two.
They each only had 4 catches.
Who?
They each only had 4 catches.
What does that? What does that mean? It
I
doesn't
don't
mean
know.
anything. They both went yard.
They did.
Tyler Lockett went
Look,
yard twice, I think.
I think that if we're gonna have this discuss, if we're gonna talk about who could be in that position, it's gonna be Lockett and Metcalf versus D Hop and
Okay, that's
Kirk.
fair. Yeah.
Unless Tannehill cleans it up and learns how to throw the football again with Julio and AJ Brown.
You got Thielen and Jefferson.
Thielen
I
and
don't know.
Jefferson are also a good one, but I don't like Kirk, so we'll find out.
I don't like Kirk either.
Chargers Washington football team, not a bad game.
Herbert's still a stud.
Chargers Chargers off. It took a little bit for them to get going. And the Washington football team is in trouble from this point on because Taylor Heineke is not a starter in the NFL. Period. Point blank.
Yeah, he's not.
Herbert threw for 337, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Nothing crazy there. I mean, the yardage is really good, but you got to get in the end zone more. Eckler was okay. This was definitely a down game
It was
for him.
okay. Yeah, it was.
Only 15 carries. He had 57 yards, 1 touchdown. Saved his fantasy production
Zero
this week.
catches.
0 catches out of the backfield. Really bad.
That's unbelievable. That can't happen.
Allen was Keenan Allen, 9 catches for 100 yards. Really good stuff out of him. Mike Williams, 8 for 82 and 1. Like that's another combo that if Herbert finds his stride,
that's another
can be elite.
Yeah.
Heineke,
which I think he will, man.
Heineke was 122 and 1 touchdown. I don't like Taylor Heineke. I wish Fitz wasn't hurt because I feel so bad. I thought this was going to be Fitz's year to really show that he is a good quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying
It's
he's
unfortunate.
He's not an elite quarterback, but he's a good quarterback, and it sucks to see him go down. Antonio Gibson's
It is
gross.
what it is, man.
20 carries for 90 yards,
fucking
3 catches
fast,
for
man.
18. Awesome. Scary Terry with arguably, early candidate for catch of the year. 4
Catch of
catches,
the year,
62 yards.
1000%.
And
that
then
catch was gross.
Thomas, tight end, 3 catches, 30 yards, but he got a tutty. Saved his production too. I just think with Taylor Heineke in there, if you can get Gibson, get Gibson. But I would kind of stay away from Terry and Thomas. They're both really good at their position, and when you're ranking them, I would put them high. But when it comes to the production and the fantasy numbers you're going to get from them, it's not going to be great with Heineke under center. And I read
You never know. He could catch a groove, dude.
I hope he does.
I don't see
But
it,
I also read a
but
story that the Washington football team is not interested in Cam Newton, which is stupid.
golly, unbelievable.
It's stupid. I mean, this is like Kaepernick right after he got cut from San Fran all over again. Like, I don't care what his off field stuff is. At the end of the day, at the time, Kaepernick was better than half the league. And that's the deal with Cam right now is he's better than at least 5 quarterbacks in the league.
It's so sad because Washington has a really good defense, dude. Like a
Yeah.
really good
And
defense.
if they got Cam, they could be a
If they had
contender for the
Cam, dude,
NFC East with ease.
1000%, dude.
With the
That's the
production
worst division in
that
football.
yeah, with the production that Gibson's going to give you and the fact that you have Terry and Thomas, like they're going to be good. Washington D didn't look bad. 2 forced fumbles. The only issue with Gibson, by the way, was 2 fumbles, 1 lost. So, ball security is job security, and he needs
Ball
to
security.
he
Yeah.
needs to secure his job a little bit better. Jets Panthers. I don't
It was a
think
boring game,
I
honestly.
think I agree, but I think that the Jets and Panthers game was the deciding factor that told us nobody in the NFL is going to be horrible this year. They're
Yeah.
not going to be horrible because the Jets look good. Offensive line sucked, like always. Zach Wilson was sacked 6 times.
Yeah.
But
Which could also be a little bit of his fault as a rookie, just holding on to the ball a little too long.
holding on, a little bit of a lack of awareness.
Yeah.
But at the same time, 258, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception for a rookie, not a bad game. Not a bad game. And I really like Corey Davis. Obviously his favorite target. 5 catches, 97 yards, 2 touchdowns, 7 targets. That's great.
Yeah. Fantasy sleeper of the year, 1000%.
Yeah. Did we
I
pick
tried
him?
to get him in every league.
Yeah. I think it just didn't pan out.
But I only got him in like one.
Sam Darnold looked good. I liked him in his revenge game. Nothing crazy.
He looked okay, man.
Nothing crazy.
Okay.
279 and 1 touchdown, but he was only sacked once. Give him
He
give
threw
him a
a
good
great
old line. We'll see
ball.
what happens. Yeah.
He threw a great ball to Robbie Anderson on that
Fumbled
one
a
play.
snap, which never looked good. And when it happened, I said, "Oh, Darnold's back," but hopefully that stuff's behind him, and he's going to be a good quarterback this year. CMC was CMC. 21 carries, 98 yards, 9 catches out of the backfield for 89.
He literally the definition of CMC.
Dude. I mean, he's literally one of the best receivers in the league, and he's a running back.
He's a cheat code. That's what he is.
I mean, unreal.
Good for you guys who had the number 1 pick.
DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson, another one that could be good. I think if they split touches a little bit better, probably pretty good. Anderson had 1 catch, 57-yard touchdown. Not bad. I think he's going to get more love after that. And DJ Moore had 6 catches for 80 yards. Good game. And I think Darnold's going to find his groove in this offense too. I'm excited to see what the Panthers can do. I think they're going to be okay.
I think they'll be okay. I still have no faith in Darnold, bro. I don't.
I mean, like I said in episode 1, I think the Gase curse is the biggest thing. And once you get away from Adam Gase, you're going to be decent.
Yeah.
Jags Texans.
I mean,
Trevor Lawrence loses his first regular season game in his career. And when I say he lost it, I mean he himself was the loser today. Because, you can throw 51 attempts for 332 yards and 3 touchdowns, but if you turn around and throw 3 interceptions right behind it, doesn't do anybody any good.
They shouldn't have put him in that position in the first place. You can't have a rookie quarterback making his debut throwing 51 passes.
No.
That's just against the Texans defense. That just can't happen.
Not to mention the fact that they have James Robinson, a top 5 running back coming out of last year, and Carlos Hyde, a top 20 running back coming out of the last couple of years. Like, Carlos Hyde is good. He was great in Cleveland before he left.
But how are you not going to use J-Rob?
I mean, 5 carries with nothing out of the backfield. Nothing out of the backfield in terms of receptions. 5 carries. Hyde had 9. Why are we not running the ball? I get it's Trevor Lawrence, but at the end of the day, he's a rookie. and you need to run the ball better.
Yes.
Can't throw
You
51
need to
passes.
establish the run, dude.
Cannot throw 50.
Unbelievable.
16 total carries. Robinson and Hyde had 14 of them. Somebody else had 2. Can't remember his name. I'm not looking at the box score right now. But
Who
come on,
cares?
dude. Come on.
Shouldn't happen in the first place.
But
he should be throwing 30 passes max in that first game.
Yes. But as a DJ Chark fan, I'll take it.
Sure. Yeah.
Here's my favorite stat here. He only had 3 catches, but he produced 86 yards and a touchdown. He had 12 targets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So when Trevor Lawrence finds his stride, we found his favorite target, and DJ Chark's gonna blow up when he's catching 10 passes a game.
He has a receiving core around him, bro. Marvin Jones, Chenault.
They're really good.
He has people who can catch the football around him.
Another receiver combination. Those 3 together, Chenault, Chark, and Marvin Jones Jr. could be best in the league when Trevor Lawrence figures out how to play in the NFL a little bit better.
I agree.
And when he's not throwing
potential there.
And when he's not throwing 50 a game. Even if he's throwing 40, it's a stretch, but like it's better. Because that's 10 more touches for Robinson and Hyde to split, which produces more offense. Tyrod Taylor looked good. But Jacksonville does suck on defense.
Yes.
So
he did.
291, 2 touchdowns. Not bad. We thought it was going to be a running back by committee.
Tyrod looked good, man. Brandon Cooks.
Yeah. 5 receptions, 7 targets, 132 yards. Good. Business is a booming on that one.
But yeah,
Mark Ingram, 25 touches. 25 touches. That's a good day right there. That is a good day.
You still don't know though, because Ingram, David Johnson, and Philip Lindsay all scored touchdowns. You know what I mean?
So we're gonna find out what this offense is all about in the next couple of weeks. It's gonna take a couple of weeks for them to develop and really give us an insight on what they're doing. Just new quarterback, new running back committee, aside from David Johnson. Everybody but Cooks is kind of the receivers just aren't there. So we'll find out what happens though.
Should still be a very bad football team,
probably, but
you never know.
Not to the point where you might not want to touch. I mean, I said it week 1. I said don't touch a single Texan, and I think I was wrong in saying that by 100%. Browns and Chiefs,
probably.
Yeah, Browns and Chiefs, not much to talk about.
No,
Pat Mahomes and Baker looked great.
Looks good.
It was just a solid game all around, and there's nothing to talk about because it was just a really good game for both teams, and Kansas City just played a little bit better right down the stretch.
Mahomes
and won a football
did what
game.
Mahomes does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gave the ball to Mahomes with some time.
Have like 344 touchdowns, something like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good day. I mean, you expect it.
All right, we got Dolphins Pats.
Offense looked mediocre here. But the defense looked pretty good.
As expected.
The defenses together looked okay.
Because Tua was pretty much still a rookie.
Dolphins were really good. Yeah, and that's what I said was Tua just still feels like a rookie to me. He played half a season last year, but at the same time, he was still coming off the hip injury. He wasn't fully himself yet. I think we're going to see what Tua is all about this year.
I see him doing pretty good, actually.
I see him doing pretty well too. I think next year, looking ahead that far, is going to be when Tua's when we're all like, oh shit, Tua's that good at football.
Yeah. Because he feels like it's his team now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like last year, he was like, oh, I'm just coming in, But it's his team this year, man. So I think he can do really well.
Yeah.
Put up some big numbers.
I'm not a big fan of Mac Jones.
Mac Jones was just there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just there. Damian Harris, though, 23 carries, 100 yards.
A lot of production. Yeah.
He had a fumble, and it wasn't a good fumble. It was a really bad fumble.
It was a really, 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 really bad fumble.
But 23 carries for 100 yards is really good. So.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Yeah. Job security. Ball security is job security. Figure it out. Dolphins, though. Dolphins defense pretty good. Forced 4 fumbles.
For sure, dude.
They recovered 2 of them. I mean, we'll take that all day. That's a good defensive game.
How are the Patriots going to be this year, though? It's so hard to tell.
Definition of middle of the pack.
I mean, do they sneak into that 7th seed in the AFC?
They're gonna go 7-10 at best. My opinion.
Okay.
My opinion. Broncos Giants. Daniel Jones recorded his 40th turnover in 28 games with a cost. I can't even say it with a straight face. I love DJ. I love my Duke boys, but holy shit, man.
Dude, he is just abysmal. Just horrid.
He was looking so good. He was actually looking really good that game. And then turned around and was like, you know what?
KG.
You know what I haven't done today? I haven't
turned it over yet.
So here it comes. I'm either throwing right at the wrong team. I'm going full Jameis when he threw 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions, or I'm going right back to DJ and fumble in this pitch. And he decided to pick DJ, which is tough.
Giants are again not good. How many touches did Barkley have? Like 8 touches, something like that.
Dude, he was lackluster. He's still coming off injury, so I really didn't focus on that when I was researching, when I was looking at the box score and stuff. It's expected that he's not going to do much early. First couple of weeks are going to be nothing from him. He's going to be back to his old self. It's an ACL injury. It's tough.
I think once he is back, though, that might take a little more pressure off of DJ, and they might actually, be successful through the air.
Yeah.
What we got?
Melvin Gordon broke out, 101 yards, 1 tutty, and Teddy 2 gloves.
And again, he didn't, because he had a 70-yard touchdown in the 4th quarter.
True.
So
true. It's fair.
But that could lead to him getting that 1A, role over Javonte Williams. So
yeah.
Which I'm here for it. I think Melvin Gordon deserves it. Dude's a beast.
Agreed. Teddy 2 gloves, 264, 2 touchdowns. Not bad.
I like it.
It's the Giants defense, so how much can we be talking about it?
Not much. I think we just move on.
I don't think there is a defense to talk about, for being honest. And that's all the shit I can think to talk about the Giants.
This is going to be my favorite game to talk about
for Nick and Garces, for those two who hopefully listen in.
Yeah.
If not,
Nick and Garces,
we'll continue talking shit about the Giants. You want to fight? Comment, whatever. Text us separately.
Do what you got to do.
Saints Packers. This is my favorite game of the week. I'm so excited that this happened, and I feel so good. I'm so excited. The Bears might suck, but we won't suck as bad as they did.
No, that was bad. And there's some conspiracy. There's some thoughts out there. Was he throwing? Like, was he really trying to purposely throw that game because of his relationship with management?
Actually pulled that off and was like, look what happens when you don't have me. He's going to get himself in trouble, because Jordan Love had about 1 or 2 drives to himself, went 5 for 7 for 68 yards.
Yeah.
I think if you were to say, fuck you, Aaron, we're going with Jordan Love because you want to be an asshole. The Packers are going to be bad this year, but Jordan Love's going to be good in the next couple of years.
That takes some balls. Imagine if they actually did that.
They're not actually going to do that,
dude. I'd be all for it.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Let me just squeeze this in real quick. I was going to talk about it later, but since we're on this Packers game, so real quick, just go off on a tangent. I had a trade proposed to me by Nolan. He didn't actually send it, but we had a verbal conversation about it.
Okay, I'm excited.
Because he needs a running back, and I have 3 of them. He offered me Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams for, I know it's scary, but for Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, Najee Harris. What do I do there? Is that a W or an L? It's hard to tell based off that Packers game.
Say it one more time for me.
It's Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. I'm acquiring Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, and I'm giving away Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, and Najee Harris.
No.
That's an L.
Yeah, it's an L for you. And I'm
Okay.
not just saying that because, I don't think I think Aaron and Devontae are going to find their stride and they're going to get right back to it. I
I think
don't.
so too.
I think even if they do find their stride, it's not going to be as good as last year.
And Jalen Hurts and
Um,
Devontae Smith is solid. You know.
yeah, I think those two are good.
All right. Well, I'm glad I got your input. Let's
Yeah,
just move on. Okay. Yeah,
they
Jordan
rushed.
Love was okay.
I'm just wondering how Aaron Rodgers throws for 133 yards and 2 interceptions, and you still only rushed the ball 15 times.
Because they just purely got dominated time of possession. They just
Yeah,
got absolutely
yeah,
railed.
yeah. AJ Dillon had 4 touches. Aaron Jones had 5. Kamara was good. 20 touches for 83 yards. But I will say that I think Tony Jones Jr., the backup, is getting a little too much love for my liking.
Dude, it was a blowout. There, come on.
True. I'm dumb.
He's
True.
not getting
True.
11
I
touches
take
next
that
game.
take. I take that take back. I take that take back. That's dumb of me. They were up big already. Um,
Yeah, they were up really big.
the one thing I will say is Jameis had 148 yards and 5 touchdowns. Let me correct myself too. They had 3. Aaron threw for 3 interceptions.
Made it look really, really easy.
Um,
Did
I
he? I thought it was
yeah,
2.
no, it's 3.
Wow.
I think. Yeah, I happen to have the box score pulled up. No, it's 2. So what was the
Yeah,
other?
because he had 1.3 fantasy points or something. So makes
Yeah.
sense. You know,
Oh,
6
okay, yeah. Two,
points
inter- two,
minus
inter- two
2
interceptions and a
or
fumble
4 points
recovery
minus 2.
for the Saints defense. Saints defense looked good, but it was. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know what to say about this game because, like,
It's so hard.
I can sit here and give you takes all day, but like, it's just weird, man.
I think the Saints are good, and I think the Packers just had a fluke.
Yeah, I agree.
Simple.
I agree.
Who knows
And
though?
what I'm saying is, what I also said was like nobody stands out to me just because 151 yards on passing.
Brutal.
Like they just had really good field position for most of their drives and got in the end zone.
Yeah, I mean, they just made it look easy. That's all it
Your
was.
quarterback threw for 5 touchdowns. He only had 150 yards
I'm like,
on 21 attempts. What? I'm so confused.
now what? No, I didn't really watch this game that much. What role did Taysom Hill have? Did he have
Uh,
a role?
he threw 1 pass for 3 yards.
Did he
Really
run the
didn't.
ball? Had to have.
Let's find out. Taysom Hill had 2 carries for a total of 1 yard.
Wow.
Jameis, on
Why?
the other hand, had 6 carries for 37 yards.
Oh, it's his team then.
Yeah,
Jeez.
Taysom
Okay.
Taysom Hill is out. Taysom Hill did
Wow.
not have a reception or a target.
Trade him to Washington.
Be the same thing. Not a starting quarterback in the NFL.
Agreed.
All right. Let's skip. Let's skip ahead.
Why is that?
Because let me get it out of my system at the end of this and give the fans something to stick around for.
All right.
Ravens Raiders. Lamar is
Sounds
still
good.
dangerous, is a threat. Bad
Dude,
fumble at the
that
end.
was a good football game, man.
Yeah, dude. Great football game. I was up till midnight watching something. What?
Yeah.
Um,
And I was all for it.
and
Yeah, he did
here,
fumble at the
look,
end,
you wrote costly fumble at the end.
but it ended up not
Did you see that
being
block by
as
that is
costly.
Tyson Williams. That is what you're gonna get from a rookie running back trying to block. Did you see the missed block?
No, I did. I did. He just gave him like a little shoulder, and it wasn't enough.
If he makes that block, Lamar runs for 15 yards.
That's
He
true.
was just about to clear the pocket right through the gap, right through the one hole he had, and all of a sudden he gets swarmed from behind. And how does Lamar run with the football?
Well, he needs the football first to run with
No,
it.
I mean, I'm saying he usually just runs. He runs ball in hand and tucks it when he sees somebody coming. So
Yeah,
if he's just about to start taking off ball in hand, And this dude comes out of nowhere, and he doesn't have the awareness because he saw Tyson Williams is about to block him. So he doesn't think that guy's coming from behind him. He
No,
thought,
you're totally
that
right.
guy's getting picked up. So he's going, and people are like, no, Lamar fumbled, blew that game. No, dude, he was about to put you guys in position to win that game.
It's true.
He was about to put you in position to win that game.
It was facts. But
I
don't know. At the end of the day,
on the other high note for the Ravens, Tyson Williams and Latavius Murray look really good.
Tyson Williams shocked me, man.
Like, they're not losing out on any run game whatsoever.
No, which is crazy because they lost awesome. Three.
They lost
of their
three.
starting.
They lost three. They're bringing on their fourth string running back, and he's a beast. And they signed Latavius Murray, and Le'Veon Bell will be active next week.
And Devontae Freeman's on the practice.
They have
they picked up all the studs from the streets, man.
I mean, 2015 would have been gross.
Gross.
Absolutely. Maybe a little bit later. I feel like they were all three of them were pretty late, actually. 2018 maybe.
Not Bell.
I forget how long ago 2015 was though.
I know, but that was like Bell's. That was Bell's prime, pretty much.
I thought it was like 17.
And that was like Freeman's prime too, I think.
Yeah, that's fair.
And Latavius Murray, I don't know. He was on like the Raiders or something.
Let's give the Raiders the credit they deserve.
They deserve a lot of credit.
Darren Waller is the second best tight end in the league. Maybe.
Hands down.
George Kittle are battling for second place or battling for silver.
I'm giving Waller the edge, bro.
Yeah.
Right now.
I think so. I think he's such a big target machine, but also I like Kittle more because there's only one guy to fight with targets for. You could say Ayuk, whatever, but it's Debo. Shot. It's Kittle and Debo over there. But here you got Waller is sitting here, and you got Bryan Edwards, Henry Ruggs.
Bryan Edwards is
Hunter
that guy, dude.
Josh Jacobs out of the backfield for dump passes. Like, there's a ton of targets to go around over here. That's why I would put Waller 3 on the
Kenyon Drake
depth chart. Kenyon Drake. Too. Derek Carr's gonna win football games. Couple. Derek Carr's gonna be good. Derek Carr is a good quarterback and a great leader. Did you see his 2 minute? Did you see his little interview afterwards? He hyped up
his interview. No, I didn't.
He hyped up Rose, the guy who caught that last touchdown, so hard. He was like, when I text the guys, hey, who can come catch some passes for me? Yeah. Who can come catch some passes for me at 6 a.m. tomorrow? Zay's the guy there every single time. He was like, this guy works his
so cool, man.
ass off, and he finally got the credit he deserved because this was his play. This was the one that he went to when we were in this situation, and he finally got what he wanted, what he deserved, which is awesome.
That is cool.
But
yeah, they got some targets over there, man. Derek Carr's good.
So we just talked about Monday night. Let's hit the
John Gruden.
Yeah, John Gruden's good, and I like John Gruden. Did you see his quote after the game? He was I don't know. He was like, I died. I came back to life. I died again. I'm like a cat with 9 lives.
He said that?
Yeah, dude. It's so fucking stupid.
Oh, that's
I love it. It's just such a John Gruden quote.
That's my new bio.
It's like John Gruden's up here with his quotes, and then you got like Mike Tomlin right below him with the standard is the standard type shit. Like, it's just it's awesome. Yeah. I love it. Okay.
And then you got Dan Campbell with biting kneecaps off.
Yeah, let's Dan Campbell's fucking crazy. Real quick, before we hop into this game and we get into the details, I want your perspective as a Lions fan.
On what, the Bears-Rams game?
No, on what Chris Collinsworth said, what Chris Collinsworth repeated that McVay had mentioned. He said that McVay said that he was very thankful for Jared Goff getting them to the point that they could get a quarterback like Matt Stafford. How much does that fucking hurt? Like, ready? Trade me to Detroit.
It's like
trade me to Detroit, and then just right here. Thank you for getting us there. Twist it. Like,
Unreal. I mean,
It's
that's some
so
savage
bad. It's
shit,
so
though.
bad. It's so bad. I feel so bad, man. And
To an
McVay's just
extent, though,
he's right.
he's right.
He's
He's
right.
like
It
actually
just
right.
doesn't need to be said though, because that's
It
hurtful.
doesn't need to be said. Yeah, it's
You
like
already
what's
traded.
understood
You
doesn't need to
already
be explained. You know what I mean?
you already left this guy in Detroit. So
In Detroit,
there's no
yeah,
more there's no more need to
you
be
don't
said.
gotta
Okay.
you don't gotta kick him when he's down. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
there's no need. There's no need. All right, you do your little you talk about the Rams and how good they are, and
Okay,
I'll
dude.
talk about how I hate the Bears. Go.
Just for you, Mike, I'll start with the Bears because they actually didn't look that bad. They played a really good football team and they didn't perform as bad as I thought they were going to. Andy Dalton looked okay. They also used Fields and some certain RPO personnel, which was cool to see. I think that could work. But if Andy Dalton's still going to be your guy, it's tough. It's tough to see the light at the end of the tunnel there. But Demont looked explosive. I know your brother. I was with your brother when we were watching the game, and he was saying Demont's a top 10 running back in the league.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, as soon as he said that, I was like, whoa. But then I started to think about it, and I'm like, you know what? He actually probably is. He's
What do
probably actually
you
right at that 10 spot.
you think?
Like
I
he's
was gonna say
good.
like 8.
Yeah, I mean, he's somewhere. I think he could actually be somewhere in there. I tried to like
Yeah.
just because I was being like,
Just
I was
spitballing it.
trying to be
Yeah.
the
I mean, be
yeah.
right
I was
around
just
there.
like, there's no way. I was like Josh Jacobs, all these other guys. I'm like, no, I think Demont slides right into that 8, 9, 10 spot. But
Maybe we'll do a little rankings video one day.
we should. We should. Let's get into the Rams because I am now I'm okay. Let me pause. I'm a diehard Lions fan, but I'm also a diehard Stafford fan, and that dude
Yeah. Go
showed
ahead and say it
out,
out
dude.
loud, you fake ass man.
He showed out, man. Stafford looked damn near perfect, bro. 321,
Did he
three
show out, or did the
touchdowns.
Bears defense suck?
I would say a little bit of both.
We weren't pressuring them, and I mean, we can talk about we can talk about the Cooper Cup touchdown if you really want to.
We can talk about it.
I mean,
We can talk about it all you want.
Eddie
But
Jackson didn't know where he was.
did Stafford make any mistakes? I mean, it just like
No,
it was just such an easy 323 touchdown game. Like I
I
just
think
think
it's definitely a
him and
two-way
that
street. I think it's a
offense
two-way
is
street.
just
I
unreal,
think
bro.
him in that offense is going to be gross, but I also think that there was, to an extent, the Bears just, the front
Yeah,
sevens,
I understand.
the front seven is getting old, and our secondary has always sucked, and now it's getting exposed.
I understand.
Yeah. So
Yeah, Jalen Ramsey was everywhere. The defense still looks phenomenal. Donald had 1.5 sacks, I believe. Don't quote me, but that's what I remember. And yeah, that's a
he
good
had his
football
own
team. They're
sack
my
and he
Super
had an
Bowl winners.
assist.
Yeah.
Jesus. I
So
kind of agree
that's
with
that
you,
game.
which sucks. Let me go in real quick.
Go for it, dude. We're all listening, man.
Like I said, secondary's terrible. Eddie
Mhm.
Jackson lost himself. Um, we've let so many corners walk, and it just sucks that we don't have the guys that could be really good right now.
What happened to Fuller?
We had to let him go. We had to let him walk because of cap space.
Yeah.
Which is just stupid. We need to clear cap space and get Fuller on the team. We know Leonard Floyd isn't there anymore. He's standing on the other sideline in this game. We got Max getting old. Akeem Hicks is still in that bitch though. Oh my god.
He's still I was just about to say
He's still so good.
Yeah.
He's still so good.
He's still pretty
Roquan
good.
Smith is still really good. And that's what I'm saying. Our front seven is getting old, but they're still good. Defense was on the field a little bit too much today. Little bit too much in that game. Little bit too much.
A little bit.
We controlled possession pretty well though. We just couldn't capitalize on it. Dude, I think the Andy Dalton situation is similar to the Jimmy G, but Jimmy G is obviously the better quarterback of the two. Is Andy Dalton and Jimmy G, are they good quarterbacks? Can they lead their teams to decent seasons? Yes. I truly believe that.
Jimmy G.
More so Jimmy G.
Yeah.
But in reality, for the sake of both of those franchises, the rookies need to get in. And I think San Fran has a little more leeway when I say this.
They do.
That they can definitely sit there and use Trey Lance in those RPO situations, and let him throw the ball every now and then. But Fields, man, the Bears right now are not going to win the Super Bowl.
No, they're not winning it with Andy Dalton. That's what I just don't understand, man.
Like, at the end of the day, like, you're not going to ruin the kid's career by making him have look at Peyton Manning. And I'm going to use the example just like every other fan uses the example to try to make sense of why their quarterback sucks rookie year or their quarterback doesn't get a chance. And it's like Peyton Manning threw 28 interceptions. His team was 3-13.
That he did.
He turned around the next year. They were 13-3. Like,
but just to bounce off of what you were saying,
figure it out.
Yeah, like if you can you see yourself winning a Super Bowl with Andy Dalton this year?
No.
Can you see yourself winning a Super Bowl with Andy Dalton next year?
No.
Then why, dude?
Exactly.
Why?
Exactly.
Just throw Fields in there, man. He gives you your best shot.
Exactly. Because ask me the same question. Ask me the same question.
Do you see yourself winning the Super Bowl with Fields this year?
No.
Do you see yourself winning the Super Bowl with Fields next year or the year after?
Yes.
Okay.
I think we become Super Bowl contenders with Justin Fields in the near future.
I could see it too. If the defense still, stays top 10, I could see it. Okay. Where we at?
Let's close it out with some fantasy talk real quick. We kind of touched on this stuff. Waiver wire guys. Elijah Mitchell, Tyson Williams, Latavius Murray. All really good pickups if you want to grab them. Zach Pascal is really good too. He looks like he's going to be the wide receiver 1 for the Colts, and Carson Wentz doesn't look terrible. So not bad pickups at all. I think you should get Derek Carr / start Derek Carr. I think that offense is going to continue to be the way it is. I think there's so many weapons over there that we forget about.
That's true.
It's going to be a really good offense.
Definitely start him in
John Gruden's coming
Superflex league. Like a Superflex league, you got to start him.
Superflex and 2 quarterback, I would attack Derek Carr.
Yeah.
Guys to not panic on, in my opinion. I don't know about Carson if he has any more to add to these guys. Zeke is going to keep getting, we talked about it. He's going to pick up production. It was just a really bad matchup. James Robinson, I think Urban Meyer is coaching college football game 1. He's going to realize he can't throw a rookie out there and throw 50 passes. He's got to rely on his running backs. And I think James Robinson is eventually going to
little bit.
Agreed. I think the first couple weeks are still going to be shaky. I think James Robinson is still going to give you unsatisfactory production the first 3 weeks. I would say by week 4, they figure it out and start giving him more touches. But I also don't like how much Carlos Hyde is running the ball.
I don't either.
Don't panic on the Packers. Don't panic on any Packer. I hate to say it, but it's Aaron Rodgers. It's Devontae Adams. It's Randall Cobb. It's Aaron Jones. Calm down. They're still going to do what they do. They're going to end up still. They're going to end up still being a 12-5, 11-6 team.
Yep.
You know who got beat 38-3?
I have them going 12-5.
Do you know who got beat 38-3 by the Saints last year, week 1?
Yes, it was Tom Brady and the Bucks, right?
Tom Brady and the Bucks.
Yeah.
Which I don't like to admit that, but it was sent to me by a Packer
what
fan.
What if it's destiny? No, I don't want it. No,
why would you say it out loud?
No.
Why would you say it out loud? I insinuated it. Don't say it out loud like that.
You
goddamn Lions fans every single time, man. Dude, they don't know when to shut up.
Unbelievable. You're the one that brought it up.
I brought it up, but I didn't say it out loud. I brought it up, but I didn't say it out loud. You said it out loud. Don't panic on Julio. Just like I said earlier, I think you're going to find rhythm with Ryan Tannehill, and I think that combo is going to be really good later in the year.
Yeah, don't panic on Julio.
Any other guys you got? Any other guys high on your draft board, or high on your waiver wire, or big on starting them or benching them?
I was trying to think. I think you definitely got the panics down. Like another one with like Derrick Henry. I mean, obviously, who's going to really panic with Derrick Henry? But Yeah, I think there's one waiver wire pickup I wanted to address, but I did forget. So if you want to go ahead and hop into the tweet, and I'll remember it here in a second.
Yeah. My tweet of the week, since we're getting into it again. I don't know if we have any Blues Clues fans in our viewership right
They
now.
all have to be, dude. They all
I mean,
have to be.
everybody is. Everybody is. Everybody is. I don't give a shit if you say no because you're just lying. Blues Clues turned 25 years old. The show turned 25 years old, I think, middle of last week, and they gave us Nick Jr. and Nick gave us probably the best video and the best closure that we could ever get with the original Steve coming back and saying, "Hey, I just want to let you know. I just want to let you know why I left, and then I'm proud of everything you've done." And it was so. I don't. It wasn't emotional because it was just such a cool thing to see.
Yeah.
That like.
How does he look now? Does he have like gray hair and stuff? Or
No,
does he
he's
like
bald. So that's actually why he left the show originally. Was he was starting to bald in his mid-20s, and he was like, "I'm not going to be on a kids' television show going bald in my mid-20s, and like I'm just not going to do that." So the fact that they felt the need to, the kids show itself turns 25 years old, and none of us have seen it in 12 years, 15 years, around that time
there you
period.
go.
Yeah, 12 to 15. You're catching
watching Blues Clues at 8 years old.
You catch an episode,
ESPN,
okay?
dude.
If it's on, it's on, okay? If it's on, it's on. If it's on, I'm watching. It's like ridiculousness. I don't want to watch it, but if it's on, I'm watching it.
That's a great example. Because
Yeah.
I'm in the same boat.
Yeah. If I'm scrolling and MTV says ridiculousness, which it always does, I'm probably gonna watch it. It's like Impractical Jokers.
Why not?
Same deal.
It's like Impractical. Well, I want to watch Impractical Jokers.
You do want to watch Impractical. Impractical's so good.
So good.
But it was cool for us to, get some closure. It was cool. Like I just can't stop saying it.
Yeah.
It was such a cool video. I enjoyed it so much. And that was my tweet of the week. There was no stupid ass takes rolling around. It was just good vibes. Good vibes. And then some good interviews.
You love to see it.
Some good memes.
Steve's a classic, man.
On a side note,
Dude's a goat.
The Met Gala just happened today, I guess earlier tonight. So we'll probably have my tweet of the week next week. I'm just gonna go ahead and let everybody know. Will probably be one of the memes from the Met Gala. So we'll find out what it is.
Fair.
It's just so good.
And I got to work on my tweet of the weeks. I slack on that. I need to get more active.
We got to be better.
I got to work on that.
I told you to get more active on Twitter.
Dude.
I even gave you an extra week with my sinus infection.
I'll work on it.
Figure it out.
Promise you.
Lock it in.
All right. That was fun.
You don't have a tweet of the week?
No, I told you I don't have a tweet of the week.
You douchebag.
Dude, what do you want me to say?
I don't know, man. Just pull up Twitter and read the first thing. That's what you're doing right now. Pull up Twitter and appropriate.
You want me to read the first notification I have?
No. I want you to open up Twitter.
Okay.
I want you to open up Twitter. I want you to refresh your feed, and I want you to read the first tweet that is on your Twitter feed. I don't care what it is.
Okay.
Read it.
Okay. A girl asked me what college I went to this morning. I believe my week is done. I've made it. I don't even know who Maria Martin is. See, that didn't work. That just didn't work. That was a terrible attempt of tweet of the week right there.
That's what you get.
I just got to work
next week. Come prepared next week.
I got to work on it.
That's what you get.
I don't even follow.
I don't care.
I'll work on it.
I don't care. That's what you get.
I'll work on it.
That's what you get. You deserved every second of that embarrassment. Reading that dumbass tweet.
This was a really good episode.
This was a really good episode. Really in depth. I like it. I think we covered everything. I think we're definitely going to need to work on that was long.
Time management.
About a lot of football because we get on tangents, man. I think we need to literally just go by and be like, what games excited us? What games stood out? What do we need to talk about?
Yeah, talking about every game was
Yeah. I'm still
it was
I'm
cool.
I'm still
I
recording
dig
just
it.
because I think if you're still watching right now,
If people dig it,
welcome to
they
the
dig
production
it.
crew.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Obviously let us know. Follow us on all socials.
yep.
MF Media Prod on most socials, I think. If you look up MF Media Productions, it's usually in there. I think we're gonna
Yeah.
end up changing the company name to MF Media Productions. MF Media
Yep.
is apparently pretty popular. So
Drop our
real
socials
quick,
in the
real quick.
description.
Yeah, I did it last week. I'll do it again. Let's go check something real quick while we're here.
That was broad. What is something?
You know what's coming.
I'm intrigued. I don't.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you
Okay.
do.
I guess I do.
It is midnight going into what Wednesday, September 15th. And we now, after one episode, and I think at this point, approaching whatever, 36 hours
Mm-hmm.
of this video being up, 117 views, 7 subs.
Hey,
7 subs.
really haven't
Set.
promoted it much either.
Yeah, I think we definitely got to get on the promotion train and definitely hammer that home with episode 2 because episode 2 is going to be huge. I think episode 2 is going to be
Yeah.
good. So we got to hammer that home.
That's good though. I like that. I like those stats.
We got a comment from Norick. Let's see.
Did we?
Yeah. Let's go through some of the comments real quick.
All right. I didn't know Norick commented. Oh god.
Yeah.
We just talked about his Buckeyes this episode too.
Well, it sucks to be him. Shouldn't like the Buckeyes. Oh, we got a dislike. I'm so hurt right now. Like, I just want to quit this whole fucking thing now. How do I see the comments, dude?
It was probably Austin. He probably disliked it.
Oh shit! Yeah, he probably did.
Bastard. That's funny.
Dude, where are the comments in this video?
What do you mean?
I can't find the comments.
Find the comments.
I can't. Oh, we're up to 119 views. Apparently, 2 people just watched it right now.
Let me find it for you. Austin said he
I got
commented.
I got it.
Okay.
Corcione can't wait or can't wait because he can't type for shit.
He can't
for the next episode. I love the takes. It's like I'm talking sports with the boys. Corcione is just showing us love. I
like that. I like that comment.
Nolan, great production on the video. Keep up the good work. Nolan, shut the hell up.
I feel like you told him to say that. That's what it sounds like.
No, I didn't, and I don't want to hear from him because I know he's being sarcastic. Yeah, great production with your 2010
HP.
No. What's the noise?
POS.
I'm describing the noise to open up the video. 2010 pregame
iMovie classic.
No, yeah. 2010 pregame in a laser tag arena. That's exactly what that fucking sound is.
It's so perfect.
2010 pregame. You're just sitting there. You just chowed down on about 4 slices of pizza at Surf's Up.
4 slices of pizza.
All you're trying to do is go in there and absolutely obliterate everybody in fucking laser tag, and then turn around and go eat 7 more slices.
Sit through the tutorial video.
You want to go back. You want to go eat your 7 other slices of pizza and your 4 plates worth of cinnamon sticks, and call it a night.
Yep.
While you make out with some other 10-year-old in the fucking bouncy house.
In the slide.
Yeah, the slide. I'm pretty sure
we're not gonna go into that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the 2 people that we're both thinking of right now, I'm pretty sure that they were getting on at Surf's Up in the play area.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about it.
Austin Norick, first line of merch, not gonna deny it t-shirts, which I'm here for, man. That's a good. Who says that? Is that me or you?
You say that, dude.
I say
that all the time, and it's awesome.
I literally don't even hear it. I don't even hear it. That's crazy.
Not gonna deny it.
I'm not gonna deny it. I literally never hear that. That's so
Right.
awesome. That's so awesome.
Not gonna deny it. Merch
Oh,
coming
that's
soon.
awesome.
Imagine.
We got a couple
Oh,
things in the
sweet.
works. We're still trying to get, maybe like 10 subs would be, double digit subs would be a good start to get some merch going. I'm not just making 100 t-shirts for four
No.
people to buy
How
them,
about
you
ad revenue?
dumbasses. Yeah, I mean, let's get something
Ad
going.
revenue, and then maybe some.
I think we need
some
like 100.
merch.
I think you need like 100 subs for that or something like that to get ad. I don't know when ad revenue comes in. We'll
I have
monetize this
no
shit
idea.
eventually. Maybe if our logo girl could get a logo for us, that'd be awesome. That'd be a great
Dude, I
start.
might have to fire Logo Girl.
I'm gonna have to
I might
rehire.
need
I'm
to
gonna
go
have to hire
find.
somebody else.
I might need to find another Logo Girl.
Yeah, we're probably gonna have to fire. We're gonna probably have to find our good old friend Woodall. Hopefully.
Yeah, she'll come in clutch.
Yeah, dude, this is sweet. I mean, 23 views off YouTube search.
Are you still recording?
Yeah,
Oh,
this is sweet,
yeah.
man. This is sweet. So cool. The average view duration is 3 minutes. So
Is it really?
yeah, nobody's watching our shit, dude. Come on.
That's tough. That's
Two
average though. We could have like
2% of viewers are making it all the way through. So like
is
four
that
people.
you or is it
58%
me?
of viewers are still watching it around the 30-second mark, which is typical. Okay, cool.
Huh,
Reach.
cool.
58 impressions. Okay. Watch time's up to 6.5 hours total. That's cool, man. This is really fun.
It's just fun.
We're doing well. I can't believe somebody disliked. Text Nora and find out if he fucking disliked it.
But well, off
Like
of
a little
that comment,
prick.
I don't think he actually disliked it. I think it had to have been like Nick trolling or something.
It had to have been. It's always a troll. I don't know why I'm looking into it so much. Just because I don't like it.